This afternoon at about 12:20, members from the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Department were driving the area of Broadway and Gibson, and they saw some suspicious activity occurring at the 7-Eleven gas station. One of the deputies pulled into the gas station to see exactly what was going on because of a large number of people that were kind of gathered in the area. As he began talking to the suspects, he noticed that one of them was pumping gas, smoking a cigarette. Told him that probably not a good idea and he should put the cigarette out. And he flicked the cigarette out, at which time the conversation got a little animated, with the subjects being a little upset by being confronted. At the same time, a member of the Albuquerque Police Department was driving by, recognized the deputy, saw that there was some type of discussion going on. He pulled in to offer assistance to the Bernalillo County Sheriff's deputy that was here. While talking to the subjects who were there by the gas pump, one of the subjects bent down. And as he bent down, he basically got into a running stance and took off running from the area. The Albuquerque police officer and the sheriff's deputy began pursuing the suspect. He ran west from the 7-Eleven. He ran across Broadway, ran around the alley, and then ran into a fourplex complex. While running from the officer observed him to produce a handgun, and he then turned on the officer while armed with a handgun. The officer was telling him to drop the gun, but as he turned and began to face the officer with a handgun in his hand, the officer discharged his weapon. He did strike the suspect. He's been hit, it appears to be 3 or 4 times. He has been transported to the University Hospital where he's listed in extremely critical condition. We're not releasing the name of the suspect. He does have, however, unfortunately, one of those stories that we hear too often, an extensive criminal history. It appears he's been arrested at least 9 times, multiple times for probation violation, and he's currently out on felony bond of $2,500 for possession of drugs. He is also the suspect in a 2008 homicide that occurred just blocks from here and has been actively investigated by the Albuquerque Police Department for his involvement in that homicide. So I think that probably explains the reasons why he ran from officers today, why he was armed, and why he decided to try to go toe-to-toe with a member of the Albuquerque Police Department. The officer is fine. The officer, after being involved in the shooting, immediately began first aid on the suspect himself, and that's probably the reason why he's alive at this time, because of the quick action of the officers and the deputy to begin that life-saving first aid.